carbs are bad, carbs make you fat. My own mother told me that. We went out to eat when they come to visit, and I asked her, we were talking about it, of course. I've been on the kick. I've been trying to help, and my stepdad has diabetes, since his early 30s, and he's on insulin shots, every day now. And but anyway, I asked my mom. I was like, what do you think carbs do to you? And she goes, well, they make you fatter. And that's direct quote from Mom. And I just smiled, and I was like, well, Mom, for 3 months now, and then it was 3 months, all I've been eating is carbs. That's it. And I was like, so why have I lost, over 30 pounds in 3 months just eating carbs? Because that's all I've had. That's all I eat. And she didn't have any comeback other than, well, you choose to eat that way. And I'm like, here we go. The excuses start, And the biggest thing is, you don't want to do what you don't want to do. Nobody can make you do something you don't want to, unless, of course, they got a badge and a gun. But, if someone doesn't want to, the only thing you can do is tell them what you know, tell them what you found out, give them a few sources, which is something I did yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago now. I can't remember. It's hard to keep track of days in this truck. But, trying to help out my stepdad and my mom, my sister, my brother too. But, just giving them information, trying to tell them where to go, where to find this good information to, change the quality of life. And that brings up another thing is, my wife used to say it, I used to say it, because my mom used to say it, my stepdad. But, if I die, I'm going to die happy. When I die, I'll die the way I want to. And I used to think the same way, But what was that? That was nothing but an excuse to keep on doing what you've been doing. Whether it's bad for you or good for you, that's nothing but an excuse. It's no real reason. I mean, so you keep on living like you've been living, eating the meat, the dairy, the fish, the eggs, and all that fat, cholesterol, and, seeing what the vegan diet can do, or a vegetarian diet can do for you, even if you did eat a little bit of eggs, fish or whatever. I mean, look at the health of those guys. Vegan's the best. But look at the health of those guys compared to full-blown, going to Longhorn Steakhouse, Outback, So, it's just, I'm going to die happy. Well, I come to the realization, I meant what I said, when I said when I die, I'm going to die happy. Now I got to learn how. Because it ain't about dying happy. Because heart attack ain't happy. Clogged up arteries, having a stroke, ending up in a wheelchair for the rest of your life, ain't happy. The diabetes, pills, taking shots 2 or 3 times a day, ain't happy. Okay. Being overweight, not having any energy, not wanting to go outside for a walk, not wanting to go to certain places because you might have to walk too far to get where you want to go, and just being out of energy, out of shape, obese, overweight, and unhealthy, sick, So heart disease, no thanks. Diabetes, no thanks, and a lot of other diseases, but I can't remember the names of all of them right now, but I mean all of them, it comes right on down to it. Cancer as well, so when I die, I'm gonna die happy. Why? Because I got off my ass and did something about it. I made sure I had the quality of life while I'm living. The quality. Okay? So, that's the thing. Why do I want to be happy when I die? I don't. I want to be happy until I die. And then hopefully, the next leg starts. Nobody knows. There's all kinds of myths and stories or whatnot, but from my experience and what I've learned in this life is a learning experience. I mean, we start out, what do you know? I mean, what do you really know? Nothing. What do you have to do? You have to learn everything. So learn everything you can about everything you can. And make sure you're getting good quality information. And just keep in mind, as far as big business goes, government goes, big industry, that's business. And they do not have your best interest in mind. Keep that in mind, when you're researching or when you're trying to figure out what you want to do, which direction you want to go with your life. Because you look at what mainstream tells you, you look at the results they get, and, investigate the not so mainstream. See what kind of results those people get. So, just a little bit about what I'm going to have today. Hopefully later tonight for dinner. I'll be in a different area, so hopefully there'll be something else to eat. Maybe get some sushi, or who knows. But this is what I do. This is the backup plan, or basically the regular plan for me, while I'm in the truck, depending on where I'm at, what I have to get. So, but if you're wanting to learn about being a vegan, about health things, what can help you, it's out there. The information is all around. You just have to look, a couple of references, and just to let you know, I'm not affiliated with anybody at all, but a few references for you would be a channel called Durian Rider on YouTube, Freely the Banana Girl. You guys probably already heard of them. They've been around for a while, and it's a good thing, because they're the main reason why I actually stopped and really took notice, about 5 months ago, and just really took interest, because I was wanting to get healthy, and those guys just, they're straight up. They're no BS. They don't dance around any of this stuff. They come straight out and tell you like it is. And people like myself, that I'm looking for what's real results, true facts. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want. And if you're watching this video, you probably want the same thing. So, but those two guys, definitely a big help. Another channel I really like is Happy Healthy Vegan with Ryan and Angie. Those guys are great. And check out Dr. John McDougall. What else? What's another one? Neil Bernard for reversing diabetes. Those two, I can't get those two out of my head because of my personal family and the problems that they have. And people I know personally, and that I would desperately want to help, but you can't force. You can advise, you can let know, you can give them the information, tell them which direction to go, and it's their choice which direction they're going to go. Whether they want to walk down the right one or the wrong one, that's completely up to them. And that's a hard little hurdle to get over, for me, especially when you see the results from other people, and I just, for 5 months now, I've been nothing but researching everything I could find, health-wise, medical, dietary, just everything. And but those would be a couple of good references for you guys to check out if you're looking to start this, get into this. And this is just a little more than 4 months for me now, and I've lost over 40 pounds so far. No headaches at all. Used to get 2 or 3 headaches a week driving these trucks. Another thing I used to get, didn't have high blood pressure, but for one reason or another, which I have no idea what the reason is, I still haven't found any information on it. Talked to one doctor. The only thing he said was, if you had high blood pressure, it would explain it. But I used to get a nosebleed like once every 2 or 3 weeks, just out of nowhere. Not bending over, picking anything up, not doing anything physically, being active. I mean, I would just be driving down the road or, sitting in one place, nothing going on at all. All of a sudden my nose would start bleeding. And that used to happen like once every 2 or 3 weeks. And since doing this diet 4 months ago, not one headache, not one nosebleed. My wife, chronic migraines since she was a kid. Anybody that knows her knows she's bad with migraines. She's always getting migraines. And so she started this just like 2 weeks after I did. Since then, she's had one pretty bad headache, and we think it was from the heat. We were outside, it was real hot that day. But other than that, nothing. No migraines, no headaches, and just the feel, is just great. Also, your bowel movements, which is kind of weird to talk about, at least for me. Not used to talking about that kind of stuff. But your digestion is way better with plant-based foods. All the fiber, the high carb stuff, low fat, no cholesterol. It's just wow. So I know a few people that used to, it literally, maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. Quite literally, I know a few people personally like that. And the ones I know of that have started this diet, absolutely no problem now, every day, like clockwork. So, like your body's supposed to work. You're not supposed to hold that food in your body, for a week. It's, 24 hours at the most, But, anyway, we'll talk about that stuff some other time. But just a little info, give you guys a heads up for you beginners out there. And just like me, I'm 4 months into this. I know quite a bit from, a lot of other people. And thankfully, they're doing the same thing, putting the information out there, so that we can benefit, all of us. We benefit, the animals benefit, the planet benefits, bottom line. So thanks for watching, and if you like the video, give it a like, subscribe. Questions, comments, criticisms, let me know down below, and I'll get back to you. See you next time.